Have you jumped on the bandwagon and became a part of the best banking institution out there? Navy Federal, in my opinion, is by far the best bank I've ever been a part of. Literally, as soon as I got approved for a membership, I signed up for their flagship reward credit card. I got approved for almost $10,000. Once I spent $3,000 in the first 90 days, I got 40,000 reward points. That was equivalent to $400. I could have went out to eat, travel, invest into my business, or whatever $400 buys you today, like what? A half tank of gas? I could have used that $400 for free just by simply replacing my everyday purchases with that credit card, giving me 2% cash back on everyday purchases and 3% on travel. Right now, they're doing a little bit of a different offer. They give you 30,000 reward points, which is equivalent to $300. On top of that, it's super easy to get a business bank account. Once you're approved for your personal account, it's super easy to transition and get a business account as well. I know a lot of you guys are struggling to find great business accounts. Navy Federal is top tier and I highly recommend it. In this video, I'm going to show you how to become a part of Navy Federal outside of the typical way. And on top of that, I'm going to throw a bonus thing in for you guys as well. I'm going to show you how to turn credit into cash when you have these 4 different credit cards. So make sure you stick around to the end of this video. You do not want to miss any of the information in this video. Navy Federal is the world's largest credit union stretching over 30 states with 350 locations nationwide. Typically, your credit unions are going to be in your area or your state. Navy Federal is everywhere. Once I moved to Texas, there were so many different locations that I couldn't keep track. They have 6 different credit cards to choose from. The Cash Reward gives you 1.75% cash back on all purchase. The Platinum, which doesn't give you any rewards, but it has a lower than usual APR, bring you in as low as 7.49% APR. That's super low for a credit card. So if you're looking for a credit card with low interest but no rewards, that's a great card. The Go Rewards gives you 3% at restaurants, 2% on gas, and 1% on everything else. The Flagship Rewards, which I already mentioned in this video, is by far my favorite, that 2% on everyday purchases and 3% on travel. The More Rewards American Express card gives you 3% at supermarkets, gas, transit, and restaurants, and 1% on everything else. The N Rewards, which is a secure credit card, it just used to help build your credit. It's something I highly recommend. If you have about $500 just laying around, if you have a poor credit score, go get a secure credit card, make those payments on time, use that card to make everyday purchases, make sure to pay it back, and after 6 months, you're gonna build your credit. It's gonna become an unsecured credit card, and you can have the ability to get any of those other cards that I mentioned, maybe the Flagship Rewards. You could be just like me. You can spend that $3,000 in the first 90 days, get a free $300 to $400 that you can use to do anything. Literally, it's an investment into your own personal self. I highly recommend investing into yourself and your credit. You can always leverage credit to build so many different things and forms of wealth just by having a good credit score. One of my favorite things about Navy Federal is their process when you're looking to purchase a car. Typically, when you go to the bank, you get pre-approved, you go to the dealership, or you just go to the dealership, get pre-approved. The bank and the dealership, they communicate with one another and they get the deal done. Navy Federal is a completely different story. So let's say you go to Navy Federal and you get pre-approved. You then go to the dealership and you find a vehicle. You get the VIN number to that vehicle, send it to Navy Federal. They're gonna do all of their research. They're gonna check the Carfax. They're gonna just make sure this vehicle is worth what the dealership is selling it for. If everything checks out and you're, like I said, you're pre-approved, within 24 hours, Navy Federal is gonna cut you a check. So what you can do is take that check and go purchase the vehicle. If you don't turn in a title to that vehicle into Navy Federal within 90 days, that loan turns into a personal loan and the interest skyrockets. So what I see a lot of different people doing is they're being creative when looking to get a loan from Navy Federal for a vehicle. So what they do is they go get pre-approved for, let's say, $50,000. They then go online and find a VIN number to a vehicle that's worth $50,000. They send that VIN number into Navy Federal. Navy Federal does the research and everything, and they also tell Navy Federal, hey, this vehicle is from a private seller, it's not from a dealership. That private seller is someone that they know personally. So once everything checks out, Navy Federal is going to cut them a check within 24 hours, paying to the order of that private seller, which is someone that person knows and trusts. So after that check is cut and cleared, they pay the person that they trust. They then deposit that into their bank account. After that check clears, that person that they trusted transfers the money right back to them. They use that $50,000 to invest into a business that they know can be successful to pay off that loan. Yes, that loan turns into a personal loan and the interest skyrockets, but if they have faith in that business that they're looking to invest in, then they can pay that loan off in no time. A lot of people are doing this with the trucking industry. They're using that personal loan from Navy Federal or that vehicle loan from Navy Federal and they're purchasing a truck. Honestly, by getting that $50,000, and if you purchase, let's say, a semi, you can easily make that money back. So what I also seen someone say is you can't go into it with the intentions of using that loan for a business. You can go into it with intentions to buy a vehicle. Once you get approved and you get that check, everything else, that's all up to you. I'm not telling you what to do, but I see a lot of people utilizing this useful tool to invest into their business. Typically, to become a Navy Federal member, you have to be active or retired military, or you have to be related to someone who is active or retired, whether it be your siblings, your parents, or your grandparents. If you run out of options there and you don't have anyone in your family that's active or retired military, you can also get referred from someone who's already have an account. But FYI, if let's say someone refers you and you run up a bunch of different fraud, it's treated just like a job. So anything they do reflects you as well. If they run up a bunch of different frauds, their account will get shut down, and chances are yours will as well. So just keep that in mind when looking to get referred for Navy Federal.
Now for the good part.
Now, if you don't meet any of those requirements, you don't have anyone who's active or retired military, and you don't know anyone who's a part of Navy Federal already, here's a secret hack for you to get into Navy Federal if you don't meet those requirements. But you can't tell anybody. Unless you're going to share this video with them, then you can tell those people. But here's a secret way to get in a part of Navy Federal. What you're going to do is call Navy Federal. You're going to tell them, hey, my grandfather was in the service. Unfortunately, he passed away. I don't have any of his personal information. They're going to put you on hold and say, just wait 1 second. Either they're going to say, okay, let me get all of your information and let's set up your account, or they're going to tell you, I'm sorry, we can't do that right now. If they tell you, I'm sorry, we can't do that right now, what you're going to do is continue to call and just find that right person. Just keep using that same story. Eventually, it'll work. Trust me, it's going to work eventually. I've seen it right in front of my eyes. I've seen someone personally do it right in front of me. I told them this secret hack right here, and they got approved for a Navy Federal membership, and they're reaping all the benefits. They're getting cash back. They're turning credit into cash. They're traveling. It's just a bunch of different things and perks that they're taking advantage of by becoming a part of Navy Federal. So now, since that secret hack worked for you and you're a part of Navy Federal, now it's time to earn all of that cash back, get all of those welcome bonuses, and learn how to turn credit into cash. This method I will be discussing will only work with the cash rewards, the platinum, the gold rewards, or the flagship rewards. Navy Federal has a prepaid card called the Gold Prepaid Card. This card is great to load up with money. You can give it to your significant other, your grandparents, your children, caregiver, anybody who's above the age of 13 who has a Social Security card. You can add up to 5 card holders with their own separate funds, in which they will all get separate cards. But note to self, you don't have to physically give anyone their own card. You can keep all these cards yourself, honestly, and you can be pulling out up to $3,000 every single day by turning credit into cash. This card has no activation fee or purchase fee. It allows you to load up to $10,000 and pull money out of any ATM. So after getting everyone their own prepaid cards, you have to download the Navy Federal Gold Prepaid app. This app is completely separate from the normal Navy Federal app. This app allows you to transfer money through your credit card onto this prepaid card. The way you're going to load money on their card is by doing a balance transfer from your credit card to their prepaid card. This will be labeled as a purchase and not a cash advance. You will not get any rewards by transferring from this credit card to this prepaid card or cash back for this transfer. You're only allowed to withdraw up to $600 per card, so that's up to $3,000 across all 5 cards. Some fees that are attached to this prepaid card are $1 per month after 6 months of inactivity and $1 by using an ATM outside of your normal credit union. They charge you to use this card abroad, get a replacement, or do cash reload. Overall, this method is used to invest into real estate, fund your ATM business, or anything that doesn't allow credit and only cash. This is a great method that all of you guys can use. $3,000 every single day is a lot of money, especially if you have a credit card that has a $20,000 balance and you need to spend that $20,000 to invest into a new business endeavor. You can easily pay that off as long as you're doing your research, you're investing into something that makes sense, it's recession proof, and it can just last through any market. I highly suggest that you maybe get into the trucking industry. You can get into ATM business, vending machine business. Anything that I mentioned or anything that I've talked about on my channel is a great business that you can look to invest in. Thank you guys for the support. Make sure you subscribe to the channel to learn about business, investing, and personal finance. Click the bell notification so you're notified anytime I post a video. And if you want to learn about credit or starting a business with $0 out of pocket, make sure you click one of these videos right here. If you made it this far in this video, make sure to give yourself a pat on the back. That means this message is a special delivery for you. If you're in that place in life where you're feeling lost, you hate your job, you hate your current situation, and you got to the point where you're blaming everyone and everything else for the way that you feel, let me tell you something. We've all been in that same place more often than not. What you have to do is look in the mirror and find your passion. Don't look at social media and get discouraged because John from high school seems to be doing better than you in life. We all have to move at life in our own pace. We all write our own book in life. The quicker you find your passion, the quicker you escape those negative thoughts. I believe in you more than anybody. Now find that mirror and go after your passion right now.